third floor. They warned her about the third floor. When Claire inherited the house from her estranged grandmother, she was just relieved to have a place to stay. She didn't know her well, just that the old woman died alone and no one had dared go into the house since it sat there for a year, empty and silent. The first night, Claire noticed something strange. The stairwell didn't stop at the second floor. A narrow set of steps, almost hidden behind a decaying bookshelf, led up to a small, locked door. She tried it, but the knob wouldn't turn. No keyhole, just an old brass handle and a row of nails across the frame, like someone had tried, poorly, to seal it shut. She asked the realtor about it. "Oh, that?" The woman paled. "Just don't go up there ever." Claire laughed it off. "What's up there? An attic?" The woman just shook her head. The third floor was never built. That night, Claire dreamed of footsteps pacing overhead. She woke at 3:12 a.m., heart pounding, staring at the ceiling. She told herself it was mice, maybe raccoons, anything but what it sounded like. Bare feet dragging slowly across wood. On the third night, the pacing changed. It became thumping, a slow, steady knock, 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 like someone was banging on the inside of the door upstairs. She didn't sleep after that. She called the locksmith. He took one look at the door and said, "Nope." "What do you mean, nope?" Claire asked. "I've seen this kind of thing before. Whatever's behind that door was meant to stay there." He turned and left without even asking to be paid. That night, Claire sat at the bottom of the stairs and stared up. Midnight came, then 1, then 2, then 3:12 a.m. Thump, thump, thump. Then silence. Then the creak of the door opening, slowly, reluctantly. Claire stood, hands trembling. She wanted to run. She wanted to scream, but instead she climbed the stairs. The third floor was impossible. From outside, the house had 2 stories, but up here was a hallway, long and narrow. The wallpaper was old, damp and peeled away in strips like it had been bleeding for decades. There were picture frames on the wall, but the glass was shattered. The faces scratched out, except one. Her grandmother standing next to a little girl. Claire didn't have siblings. She never had, but the girl in the photo had her eyes. At the end of the hallway was another door. A child's room, toys rotted into piles. A mobile hanging above a crib, spinning slowly on its own and carved into the wall in jagged, childish letters. "Claire, stay with me this time." Then came the whisper, right behind her ear. "You left me. You always leave me." Claire turned. A girl stood there, pale wet hair hanging in black clumps over her face, and in her hand a stuffed rabbit crawling with centipedes. Claire backed away, but the hallway grew longer. The door behind her vanished. The girl smiled, and her mouth kept growing, and her eyes weren't human. They were glass doll's eyes, and they blinked. Claire screamed, but the scream never left her throat. 'Cause now she was the picture on the wall, scratched out, forgotten. And every night at 3:12 a.m., someone else hears the footsteps overhead and the thump and the whisper, "Come upstairs. I missed you."